Hey everyone. For this week, we're going to be taking our shapes once again and learning to draw somebody in our house. We're going to try to pick a family member to draw. So we're going to be looking at two artists. These are contemporary artists. That means that they are alive and living and breathing just like me and you. Unlike Jacob Lawrence, who we looked at last week, he has passed away. He's no longer alive. He was the artist that we looked at with the Olympians. This week we're looking at, again, two artists. One is a female, and that's the first one that we see of the former First Lady, Michelle Obama. And this was done in 2018 by the artist Amy Sherald. So take a look at the slides, especially slide number 3, and you will see a really beautiful portrait of her sitting. This is now in the Smithsonian National Institute. So it is a very, very prominent painting. The next one is by the artist Kehinde Wiley. Both of these artists are African American, and they were chosen for Barack Obama and his wife. So this was also painted in 2018 and is also hanging in the Smithsonian Portrait Gallery. And we have a really great work by Kehinde Wiley. Definitely encourage all of you to look up that artist, Kehinde Wiley, and Amy Sherald, and get to know some of their work. Really beautiful portraiture. They love to work with people, and that's what we're on right now, is a unit on people and shapes. On slide number 5, it has a link to Parker Curry, who she is a young girl who was inspired by Michelle Obama's painting. And she's, I believe, only 5 years old, and she was on NBC News and The Ellen Show. Those links are available to you on slide number 5. Slide number 6 this week is really just reminding you how we are working with our shapes in order to draw our people. And last week we were just working with anybody. We kind of made up our own people as we went along, just trying to move the arms and the legs. This week, again, we were trying to pick somebody in our home. So the person that I picked in my home was my son Jackson. He's 12 years old. He's in the 6th grade, and in his room, he likes to do gaming. So I got him in his gaming chair. I will post that photo on slide number 7. I'll just kind of show you what I did. So he did not sit still. He wouldn't sit still for 20, 30 minutes, which would be the amount of time you'd probably want to really observe his legs and his arms and how he's posed in the chair. But today I took a photograph, and now I can look at the photograph and go at my own pace. So today I'm just going to show you the shapes and kind of put them together, get the picture or the composition on my paper. And you'll be able to see that same picture that I'm using on slide number 7. I will post that. So I'm going to turn the camera now to my hands. I am looking at the photograph, and here it is. So there's a picture of him in his chair. And I'm going to be working from that, and just really basic shapes today. We're just trying to capture the pose and a family member. So here we go. All right, so I got the camera on my hands. There we go. Maybe hard for you to see if I'm using pencil, but I would use pencil to get started with this. That way, if you make any mistakes, you can erase it. Then outline with a black Sharpie marker or a crayon. You can use paint for this today, whatever you really wish. So I got the photo right here, working on the paper. First thing I'm going to say is, you're trying to fill up the majority of the paper. So we're not trying to make teeny tiny little heads and all that. So I'm going to start with right near the top. That's where his head is. Start right near the top. I'm going to start with shape of his head. And then I'm going to go to his neck. Okay. And then I've got his arm. So just working with all the basic shapes, just trying to get right in. As for his arm and his shirt. So just going right through, trying to use those same shapes we used last week. And then I have his legs. You can see I'm really filling up the paper today. There we go. Okay, for most of his legs, last week we kind of worked with rectangles. I'm going to also suggest you try some ovals, okay, as you're getting your 2 parts of your leg, 2 parts of your arm. So I'd have one over here, one here, okay, and over here. All right. It's got I can add some details like the chair itself that he's sitting in. Okay, here's the back headrest. And again, you're just looking for the real basic shapes. Okay, what I'm going to do is post another video on Friday, and you guys will be able to see this colored in and completed. Today I'm just kind of going through shapes that you can look for and use in your picture. Next step would really be outlining once I have the details. Here's for the bottom of the chair, and I'm going to show you guys this now. In just a moment. Here we go. All right, got another arm sticking out here. Okay. So again, today's lesson is just trying to get the basic shapes. I'm looking to fill up the entire paper best I can. Started on the top of my head with the circle oval. Going into the body, I use 2 ovals or 2 rectangles. It's up to you. And then 2 for each leg so I can make them bend. All right, so I'm going to work on this this week, and then on Friday I will post a finished version of this. Probably be adding some pattern around the chair, try to fill up that space around it, lots of color, and some details in the face. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this today. This is a observation lesson. Observe somebody in your family. It's always fun to give these as gifts. I hope you guys have a great time with this. Don't get frustrated. Really enjoy the process. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.